Good morning. To say that we didn't play well Monday night is an understatement. Very embarrassing the way the defense performed, and I take full blame and responsibility for that. It's definitely not indicative of who we are. I think when you look at the identity of this defense, each week you're going to tweak a few things. And in the previous 2 weeks, I did that, and we performed well. What I did, I got outside the fundamentals of what we do. And what you saw Monday night, you saw a defense that was thinking too much, that couldn't get aligned, that played slow. And when you see that as a unit, that's on me. And we're going to get back to doing what we do, fundamentals and technique, the identity of what we established from day one. And we're going to get this thing turned around, and we started that yesterday. And with that, I'll take your questions.
All right, first of all, I have total confidence in that guy.
Just comes across like,
I got that one.
Mr. Fix-It.
Yeah, that's it. Here's the other thing. They all got the memo. All the assistant coaches, starting with Freddie Kitchens and the assistant coaches, that it's on the coaches.
Not on the players.
It's not on the players. It's on the coaches.
Not on the players.
And we're going to coach better. It's a solid front. Do you agree with it, or do you think they should have a little more autonomy?
No, I mean,
excuse me. What's autonomy mean?
I don't know.
They use it right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Like they each could say whatever they really want to say.
There you have it.
Listen, I don't put a whole lot into this kind of stuff because people forget how often Hugh Jackson said, "It's on me." It's on me.
Eventually, it became that way.
It's on me. I got to, we got to do better.
How many "it's on me's" do you get?
Now the difference is that maybe Kitchens and these guys really mean it when they say it. I'm not sure Hugh did.
How many do you think you get though? 2 in a year?
I think somebody asked me. I was out somewhere today publicly, and somebody said, "Do you think there's a possibility that Freddie Kitchens could be a one-and-done head coach here?" And I thought it was a ridiculous question at first. Not ridiculous that it was asked, but just I thought it was like far-fetched, like, oh no. And then, because you don't put a guy in charge, this is my argument with Chudzinski, right? Chudzinski. You don't put a guy in charge who's never been a head coach before and then halfway through the first season say, you know what? He's not acting like he knows what he's doing in this job. Well, guess what? He probably doesn't. He probably is feeling his way along. So I think it would be an unfair thing to do, but that second half of the schedule is a lot easier with the Dolphins, with Cardinals, the Bengals twice in 3 weeks, Pittsburgh twice without Ben Roethlisberger. If they don't turn it around, Arizona, if they don't turn it around significantly in the second half, you could see people in that building start to go, well, this season did not trend the way we thought, and why not?
So knowing what we knew before and what we know now, and what we think we know about John Dorsey, how did he let Freddie Kitchens talk his way into being the play caller as well as head coach?
Well, I think...
Because that doesn't make sense.
I don't know that he talked his way into it. I think Dorsey thought, we're going to try to capture that relationship that Andy Reid has with Patrick Mahomes, that Shanahan maybe has with Garoppolo.
Much more experience.
And we're going to put a guy in there who's already proven he can work with Baker, and he's already proven he can call plays. So I think the bigger reach would have been to put Kitchens in as head coach and then have him not call plays. What did they see that would make him a good head coach last year? Other than play calling, what was it?
Yeah, but how many coaches around the league, head coaches, are also offensive coordinators?
I don't know the number.
It's not a lot.
Yeah, it's probably not a lot.
And if it is, whatever it is, it's guys, experienced head coaches.
And I don't know what his thoughts are on, does he do this for a year or two and then turn it over once he feels comfortable with?
Excellent question.
Maybe that was his idea. I don't think the play calling has been. There've been moments, obviously, the 4th and 9 draw play.
Right.
Not running Chubb at all down at the goal line against the Rams when you have first down at the 4. I didn't see as much in this game in that regard. The curiosity to me was asking Odell Beckham Jr. to return a punt in a 28-3 game. What happens if he sprains a knee doing
Are we
that.
sure that he asked him to, as opposed to Beckham just going on the field and saying, "I got this"?
Well,
Because
no, I assume that Beckham wanted to, but I think that's when the head coach has to say, "No, we're not doing this."
Well,
Hey, bring him up after the game and say, "I want you guys to know this guy volunteered to return punts." That's the kind of volunteerism I want on this team, but we're not going to risk injury in a game we're losing by 25 points.
No, but normally, I don't want to say normally, but quite often in a game like that, you'll see the starting quarterback, want to finish his own game, and it was smart to get him out of there and put Gilbert in there because who knows what could happen, especially when you saw how charged up Bosa and help me out here. Sherman.
Yeah.
When you saw how charged up they were, who knows what would have happened.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, I agreed with taking Mayfield out, and there were a couple fourth down plays prior to that decision when they punted. One time from there close to midfield.
Right.
I know it was 4th and 10, but it's still close to midfield in a game that they're hopelessly behind. So if you're hopelessly behind and you're punting and you're taking your quarterback out, what are you putting your star receiver back there for?
Makes no sense.
I didn't understand that, but listen, I think overall he's a pretty good play caller. I don't understand some of the stuff he's doing right now, and I wonder if it's because he's got these, this star, I don't want to say star-laden offense, but he has a lot of guys on offense that want the ball and need the ball, and he's trying to figure out how to keep everybody happy.
You also wonder if it's just frustration, and because the first play of the game you're running a trick play on the first play of the game.
Yeah.
Usually you set that up and then you run it.
Yeah, I didn't understand that one either. They threw a quick screen to Beckham early in the game that went incomplete. It was like he wasn't in the right spot or Baker made a bad throw, and then they never even tried to get back to that again.
216-575-0403 is the number to